In the previous lessons, you learned about basic computer security and the importance of protecting personal data. In this lesson, we'll take a look at some of the more common methods that businesses can use to prevent security problems on their computer systems. In order to better provide data security, companies have come up with a business model called confidentiality, integrity, and availability, or CIA for short. Now, this model is designed to guide policies for information security within an organization. Confidentiality refers to your data privacy. Companies will take measures to protect your data from unauthorized access. Integrity involves making sure that your data is safe when it's being transmitted across the internet. And availability means that the company works hard to make sure that the hardware and software where your data is stored is properly maintained and kept in good working order. One of the best known methods for preventing computer security issues is the Authentication, Authorization, and Accounting method, or AAA. This method seeks to intelligently control access to computers and resources. The authentication process is the first step in the AAA method. This step will work to identify a valid user for a computer system. This is typically done using a username and password combination. If the authentication process works properly, only authentic users are allowed access to a sensitive system. The authorization process goes one step further after authentication. With authorization, a user can be successfully logged into a system, but still limited in the data that he or she can access on the system. This is an extra layer of security that's necessary in most computer systems. The final step in the process is accounting. This step will keep track of how much time, memory, or data a given user uses on a system. Companies can use these statistics to make sure unauthorized users are not gaining access to restricted areas. In order to protect sensitive information, businesses will often add many levels of security. The more levels they add, the more secure the data that they're seeking to protect. Consider a single computer that's storing top secret business information. If you add a username and password to this computer, you've added a single layer of security. If you then remove that computer from the network, you've added another layer. And you can move the computer into a room that requires a key to enter, and then maybe add a security guard who sits outside the room all day long. All of these items are extra layers of security that work together to protect your information. An information security audit will check the level of information security in an organization. This can include both administrative and physical reviews of the computer systems. Now, these types of audits are optional for most businesses, but some, like banks and financial institutions, are actually required by law to perform these audits every year. In the United States, many different laws have been made concerning data privacy. Most of these laws were enacted in response to specific problems or threats to a citizen's data. The Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act is meant to protect the patients in hospitals and doctors' offices. When you go to a doctor's office, it's typically necessary to share many types of personal data. The HIPAA law makes sure that this information is kept private and confidential. The Children's Online Privacy Protection Act aims to protect children using the internet. Since a website meant for a child use will occasionally ask for personal information, the COPPA law gives parents control over the type of information that can be collected from minor children. The Electronic Communications Privacy Act is meant to forbid the government from snooping on your emails, text messages, and phone calls. And finally, the Gramm-Leach Act forces financial companies to take stronger precautions with their client data. Data privacy is not just an issue for client information. Businesses also need to protect their own internal information as well. Now, all businesses have some information they need to keep secret. This information could range from secret recipes for popular manufactured goods to plans to take over other companies or even the details of upcoming advertising campaigns. Now, these are all secrets that, if revealed, could harm the future of the business. So this means that these secrets must be protected. The most common method used to protect internal business information is a non-disclosure agreement or an NDA. This is a legal contract between a business and its employees that prevent the employees from revealing company information to outside parties. These agreements can also be used between two companies. In this case, the NDA will protect each company from using any secrets that were learned during a partnership.